Yeah, and we'll put the clip in now of when she was still alive and her horse won. I mean,
Jeez, I mean,
that
mental.
is classic footage. So go on, tell us about this race.
Sure. It's a race of international runners, and I'm funking for the local boy.
Big bada bang, another episode of the Coastal Boys, again hosted by me. Andrew, welcome again to the house.
Good morning, Joao. Exciting racing yesterday. I think was cracking racing. Again, draw bias very important at Royal Ascot, so please be aware of that. As you can see, I haven't shaved. I was going to be like a Man United fan who I was only going to shave when Appleby has a winner, but I think my wife would murder me because it doesn't look like he's going to have a winner this week at Royal Ascot. His
Mate.
his record just goes on and on. I mean, yesterday in that race, I mean, Mahu Bay absolute murdered. I think I think at least would have run second. I'm not sure we would have won. And then the horse that you like, Mountain Cat, also also got into bad interference on the rail. But I mean, good racing, and we can't fault what we've seen so far at Royal Ascot.
No, it's been good. Right, and that's exactly where we're kicking off in the third race on Saturday, which is the Queen Elizabeth II Jubilee Stakes. Of all the people in racing that we've lost in our lifetime, Queen Elizabeth's got to be the one. We truly fought and
Longest reigning monarch.
sorely missed. But you steering us, hopefully, onto a winner here.
Yeah, it's we kick off over 6 furlongs, which is 1,200 meters at Group 1. Just to get back, it's quite nice to see the passion the King has for horse racing. I mean, he was so excited when his horses were running, and then he was so disappointed when it ran last. Ryan Moore seemed to be travelling on the one day, and I think he just pulled it up the last 100. And the disappointment and the excitement, I mean, that's horse racing to a T.
Yeah,
Ecstasy to absolute pain.
Yeah, and we'll put the clip in now of when she was still alive and her horse won. I mean,
mental.
that is classic footage. So go on, tell us about this race.
Sure. It's a race of international runners, and I'm funking for the local boy. Do you want to read the betting, or shall I do it?
I do want to read the betting. They are priced up 1 Jolly Star, Satana Rev from Japan 4-1, 11-1 Lake Forest, 14-1 Comanche Brave, 14-1 Flora of Bermuda, as is Sanjir, 16-1 and better the rest.
Let's talk about the top of the market first. Tano Reeve, Japanese horse, very smart. He won a Group 1 in March. Then he got beaten by that superstar Car Ying Rising in the Chairman's Sprint last start. It's good to see Japanese have travelled. They do try and target these sprint races. Has done nothing wrong of late. A win in a second, coming off a 55-day race, 55-day layoff, drawn high. Again, watch what happens. But historically, so far, drawn big numbers, is quite decent. Has Ryan Moore on board, must be a runner. Number 17, Jolly Star, ridden by James McDonald, another visitor from Australia. They take their sprinting very highly. What was that great filly that came here and won 2 races, 3 years in a row?
Wings. Black Caviar.
Black Caviar. 2, 3. I mean, they even made a special wetsuit or the compression suit for her to travel.
Yeah, that's right.
Jolly Star, she's a very smart mare. Australia's leading sprinters. She won at Randwick in March. She deserves to be near the top of the market, but I'm not sure at 2-1 is the right price. I'm going for the local boy, Lake Forest, Kieran Fallon on board, William Haggis having a very good Royal Ascot to date. One, you can't really get hurt. You might even get 4 places with a few people, seeing it is Royal Ascot and the concessions. The slight worry for me is that he's drawn 1. That's the only thing. He might have to come across or stick to his station. That's why I think he is as big a price as he is. He was right up there when second at York. He's travelled as well. They must think very highly of him. They took him to Australia. He got very bad interference in the one race, and then he never performed in the next. They're bringing him back home, back to 1200 at Ascot. I'm expecting a massive run at a nice each way price. And another one I would throw in the trifectas and quartets is another one of the visitors. It's currently 50 to 1. Number 9, Lugal. Sugiyama Trains and Katsuma Samashima is the rider. Has been running just off them in strong races in Japan, and I don't think he's no travelling companion for a couple of the other Japanese horses. And at 50 to 1, I think one to put in the trifectas or quartets. But
Yeah.
it's the local boy for me taking on the visitors.
Lake Forest for Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. And then we're going on to the
7th race, just under
which
5
is
kilometres.
the last race of Royal Ascot 5-day meeting for 2026. 2 miles, 5.5 furlongs. The Queen Alexandra Stakes. I hope you guys have enjoyed the footage of Estimate winning, which we've put up there for you to watch, and Her Majesty's total joy of that horse winning. However, we close off in the 7th with Andrew's Ascot 2026 final tip. Le Destria, 9-4, 4 to 1. Illinois in from 11 to 2. French Master, 5 to 1. 7 to 1. Columbus, 15 to 2. A Piece of Heaven, 20 to 1 and better the rest. Where are we going here for our viewers, Andrew?
I'm going for the leading trainer on the meeting, leading jockey of the meeting. My arrow for the day, got to wait, keep my powder dry till the end, is number 8, Illinois. I mean, this horse ran second last year, so he does stay the trip. Was just beaten last year. Stable is banging form. Can't say anything wrong about the stable. Second in the Gold Cup and in the Goodwood Cup last year. He ran a race. Then he was third at Chester. He did perform poorly last 2 weeks ago at in the Coronation Cup at Epsom, but he was a pacemaker that day. I think an educational, getting him ready for this race, which has been targeted, and I think a massive runner at 4 to 1 and great value. Of the others, number 9, the Destria, Willie Mullins. This horse ran in Poland. It's run in Poland, France. He's won this race, I think, 3 out of the last 5 years. So he also looks to farm this race. I thought at 94, a touch short. French Master for the John and Thady Gosden team. James Doyle on board, has done nothing wrong. He's stepping up in trip, which is quite a big step up in trip. He did run a disappointing race about 5 weeks ago. Another, I think, will be on the premise, but I'm not sure I would be climbing into the 5 to 1. And then we have Columbus, Willie Mullins, a second string, currently about 8 to 1. He did win in France. He won in Germany in the soft going. Germany have produced quite a lot of good stayers and which eventually become jumpers. He did even try hurdling this horse back on the flat, second string in the bow for Willie Mullins. Always likes to bring a couple of horses across to Royal Ascot. And then we have number 1, A Piece of Heaven. Joseph Patrick O'Brien, son of the great Aidan O'Brien, ridden by McDonegal. Another horse, I think he's had probably his best Royal Ascot so far. Last year, I think he drew a blank. I think to date, he's had 3 or 4 winners. He was centre favourite for a race here. He finished midfield. He's only had 1 run since last year. And then he won the Chester Cup 6 weeks ago by half a length. He was well drawn that day, and I think he might be the pace angle in the race. I think he might try and lead unless there's one of the outsiders. And the only other one that I think I might include in the trifectas and quartets is number 2, Berkshire Dance, from your friend Andrew Balding stable, ridden by Oisin Murphy, a horse that I remember. He's done well. He's won over 2 miles. He ran well last time on the turf, just behind them. I know more is needed, but I mean, this race is generally run at a quick pace, and I think it'll suit. And I think in the back end of quartets and trifectas, a runner. But for me, I think for massive value, my arrow for the day, Illinois, number 8 in the last race today, to close a very decent Royal Ascot Very exciting races, and we've seen some cracking horses.
Yeah, I think it's a great way to end, Andrew. 4-1. People can take doubles and trebles and whatever into it. And if they want to, I would suggest as well, take even money or 14-10, whatever you can get, a piece of heaven to run in the first four. I think father and son will fill 50% of the first four places. Not one, but I give piece of heaven a big chance. Right, on to Kenilworth, Andrew, because
Yes.
I've looked through all your stats. They're not too shabby in the Cape. And on Sunday, the 21st of June, we kick off in race 1, where Letizier is 28-10, 4.5-1 Protector of Peace, as is Royal Clinton, 5.5-1 Coffee Crunch, 15-2 Ricetto. You can get 10-1 and better the rest. And I believe after they've counted their cash from all your winnings that you've given them on Saturday, they wake up on Sunday morning and they straight into a good bet of yours.
Arrow for the day. Very rarely do I tip horses in the apprentice races because they can become very, very messy. A couple of 4 claimers, loads of 2.5 claimers. But I'm going for number 1, Letitia. I'll start right at the top. Number 1, drawn 1. Sufisa Bungani on board. 2 decent starts, nice educational on debut, then improved to run a length behind. Diamond Baron. One of the reasons that I think this horse will win is that I know there will be pace in the race. I've never known an apprentice race for there not to be a pace, even at Kenilworth, where they have the Kenilworth Crawl. And I don't think he's taking on the strongest of fields, to be truthful. I don't believe there are any first-timers that there's been money for, if there are any first-timers in the race, or horses that have had one start and they're running their second race. Of the others, Ricetto's had plenty chances. Varun Judy rides, draw 2, well held by 4 legs on their last start behind Diamond Baron. Dark Fortune, second run gelding, I'm going to give that a skip. Winston's Guard, second run gelding. Another one that could improve. Sufisa Bungani rode this last time for Big Butter. I see his jump ship now to ride. Letitia for the Andre Stainyard. Protective Piece for me has had too many chances and has cost the punters chunks. As 5 times favourite, closest he's come is 2/3. Has a 4 claimer, I'm not sure I think it's a lady, Porfy. I'm not sure what her first name is. I saw her being interviewed the other day. I think she's at 4 or 5 runs. I'm not sure she's caught a place yet. In the air tonight, again, ran in the same race at Diamond Baron. We beat that by 3 lengths that day. Second run gelding. Babu Shadu on board. Could improve. Could be one for the trifectas and quartets. United We Stand had plenty runs. Coffee Crunch just off them with low on board for the Willie Nell yard. Drawn 8. Another one that could improve, even though he's had 3 runs behind run. Versicat on debut. No real money for this horse. Did run in an open maiden last time over 1200. Give that a skip. Royal Clinton looks to be one of the pacemakers in the race for the Reeves yard. Edward Muller on board claiming the 4. This horse stops like shot the last 100. Parachute goes out, not for me. And the last run in the race, number 10, Diamond, Gimme More Apache. Again, we hold this horse by 7 lengths on the Darwin Baron run.
Andrew.
Apprentice race, 5-2, 3-1 this horse. Massive, massive price.
Am I allowed to say 3 words to you?
Put more on. What were you going to say?
Not for me.
Fair enough.
Let me ask you a question, because I have the duty as the host. I don't want to tip anything in the race, but are you not concerned about the trainer's form?
No, because he is a winter trainer, Mr. Unrestrained. He's also seen to peak in the winter months. This horse ran 3rd in the yielding going, and I believe it's still got the remnants of a bit of sting out the ground.
Fair enough.
As I said, apprentice race, that's the only worry, but I'm very, very confident of a massive run this year.
Cool. Swiftly on to
race number 3.
Race number 3, where hopefully Andrew's, this I'm going to make it rhyme. Race number 3, where hopefully Andrew's on a spree. Blind date, 22-10. QT Patuti, 22-10. Joint favourites in a timely manner, 3-1. 5-1 So Heartthrob, 7-1 King's Quest, 9-1 It's My Time, Not a big race, not a big field. Everything more or less with the same merit rating, Andrew. So not a big weight difference, 2.5 kilo difference between the top weight and and the bottom weight. Small 6-horse field. What do you fancy?
I've gone for a bit of value here. I've gone for number 3, King's Quest from the Kansas Backyard. Joao Da Mata rides. Number 3, drawn 3. Let's hope he doesn't run third. There will only be 2 places as there are only 6 or 7 runners in the race. I do believe one horse has
Six,
come out. I
six
think there's
runners.
6 runners. I think should run in the first 2, 7-1, quarter of the odds. You probably get 2-1 place. This horse, you might even get 65, 3 places from somewhere. This horse, 6 runs over course and distance, a win in 2 places, has won over the distance, is 88% in the soft win and 4 places. I match 3, 4, 5, 5 out 8, yeah, just under 70% in the wet. I've got to forgive its last run. There was money for him that day, shortened from like early morning 6-1 into 3-1. He then he raced handy, and he just compounded the last 300 meters behind chasing the rainbow. Hopefully they found the issue. The vet examined it. There was nothing wrong with him. They say normal. Sometimes horses just chuck in a bad run. On that form, on that run, he is actually held by a lot of horses in the race. Number 1, in a timely manner, carrying 60. This 3-year-old out of Legislate has decent form, but one I'm going to dismiss. It is my time. I think probably one of the pace angles. They did hold him up last time, and he ran a much better race. He ran third in the same race of Chasing the Rainbow. Actually holds in a timely manner in the race, but he did win over 1400. I'm not sure the mile is his trip. Then we go to the one that I do fancy, King Quest. Blind Date. Welcome back, Andrew Fortune. One with consummate ease when he won over course and distance in the yielding goading, beating Chance Encounter. This horse is another one that's been quite costly to follow, one that they fancied a few times. 2 wins in his last 10 starts, a couple of places. Probably the horse to beat in the race. Let's hope Andrew Fortune is fit, as is Blind Date. So a Heartthrob, I'm going to give that a miss. Did run on from the back last time in the Chasing the Rainbow race. Same race, second run after a rest. Craig Zaki on board. The Dean Caname X, Lucky Udalakis. It's only his 4th run in Cape Town. I think more improvement needed for me. The blinkers on obviously must have been shown of something on. They've tried the blinkers. That could improve. And Cutie Patootie, she's done nothing wrong. The only filly in the race, carrying 57.92. I've put this horse up a couple of times. I think I put it up at 16-1 when he won, because he's one that likes it in the wet. He beat a lead from start to finish. Chad Little on board last time. Today a jockey strike, Richard Ferrier on board, or Sunday a jockey strike. He's another one that might set the pace. I think Cutie Patootie and It Is My Time will probably fight it out up front, and I think probably set it up hopefully for my fancy King's Quest, or I think the Main Danger, number 4 Blind Date.
Quest again gets the service. Sorry, King's Quest again gets the services of Aldo, who's absolutely riding out of his skin at the moment.
I mean, he's had 3 wins on this horse. All 3 wins, he's ridden this horse.
Yeah.
The only other time it won, it was ridden by Grant van Niekerk.
Grant van Niekerk, yeah, that's right. Okay, so King's Quest there for Andrew, and he's given you a great breakdown of the race and what he thinks is going to happen. Sounds to me like if you don't want to bank a King's Quest, you want to maybe add Cutie Patootie in. That I think sounds like Andrew's Main Danger, huh?
No, Blind Date, my Main Danger.
Cutie
Patootie, I think Blind Date with Andrew Fortune on board, one over course and distance. Cutie Patootie, I think 2 wins in a row, going for a hat trick. I mean, 10 lengths behind Beachverse is nothing wrong. 3 wins, a place in the 5th in 5 starts. She could be anything, but she's meeting the boys, and I think the older boys might just put her in her place on Sunday.
Right. Last but not least, Andrew, which race we're going to?
Race number 7.
Right. Now, the reason I wanted you to go and tell us which race we're going to, I studied this card, and I think I'm going to outdo you here. So I'm going to let you go first, so that I can hopefully rain on your parade straight afterwards, if you don't select the same horse as me. They are
Very
betting
much
10 all the
doubt
race.
it.
28 to 10, the US of A. 11 to 2, Berry's Boogie. 15 to 2, Sardinia Bay. 8 to 1, Demanding Dave. 10 to 1, and Better the Rest. I really made this a one-horse race. What do you think?
Shall we start at the top?
You can
I think
start where you want.
whatever you like. I think All the Rage deserves to be favourite. Two cracking wins in a row. Aldo de Meyer rode this horse behind, beating Golden Destiny. Course and distance, 4 runs, 2 wins and a third. Last time fluffed his lines in the Diadem. Was out of sorts that day, but he was very weak in the market. Drifted from 9 to 2 out to 7 to 1. Was a bit disappointed with that run, but I'm not sure if he was completely wound up. So I think he deserves to be favourite, and I think a big run from him. Second in is the US of A. It's a horse that I never have really fancied. I don't think the 1200 is his go. I mean, he's placed 5 times from 9 starts over the 1200. He ran a decent enough race last start behind Cafe Culture over 1200. Richard Free sticks with him again. Drawn 1. Could be quite a tactical race for him. I think it's the first time I've ever given him a chance, but I'm not sure if he will win. I think he will place. King's Regent is a poly horse. This horse won 3 races, the 3 races in Quebec. They had a decent race behind Zenovi. I think 1200 too short as well for him. Demanding Dave, Andrew Fortune back with his horse. He won 3 in a row, then disappointed behind Flying Finley. Another one I don't think stays. And 1200 meters, I think he's beyond his compass, even though Andrew Fortune on board. And he might be overbet because it's the fortune factor. Well, D hasn't won for 500 days, even though coming in with 52.5 kilos, low weight, and 2/4 and 4 starts over 1200. Give that one a skip. Sardinia Bay, bit of an enigma, this horse. He won 3 in a row. Then they stepped him up in a feature race over 1100 beyond the US of A. Seems to find a lot of trouble, this horse. I mean, if you look in his last 4 starts, bumped. It was going well then when he beat Candy Town. Then Dance Variety, he just got going too late to run second, half a leg behind. And in his last run, bumped at the start, awkward 150 meters out. There was quite shrewd money for him that day.
Big runner. Big runner
And
on
I
Sunday.
think a big runner. Lucky strike for me. Craig Zaki takes over from JP van der Merwe. And even though only 1 second over course and distance and the 1200, I think will be there and thereabouts. The Indian Yard is being boiling under. I think they're ready to pounce now. Berry's Boogie. This horse brings the strong form into the race. 5 course and distance runs for 4 wins. Beat Pink Pigeon last start, then beat Claire de Lune. I'm not sure what she has beaten. Then I see Pink Pigeon is running in Quebec today. Claire de Lune, she comes from an impossible position. And if she doesn't meet traffic issues, she'll be running at them late. And she has the featherweight of 50 kilograms on board. So another one that I think will be there and thereabouts. And now we come to the horse that I fancy. Each way, I think double figures. We said 10 to 1, the rest probably get better. Is number 7, Dumbledore. Second run blinkers, Sean Veal for Vaughan Marshall. Dawn 7, another one that also gets bumped at the start. He's also found so much trouble the last couple of runs. Tried and tested. He's a 5-year-old. He's had 14 runs over course and distance for 9 places and a win. And I think he is cherry ripe. Third run after arrest. Second run blinkers. Came from 12th position, 400 meters out last time behind Cafe Culture. Carrying 57, a nice, decent weight. And I think a big runner. And at double figure odds, quite excited and I'm expecting a massive run. That would be my pick. The race rests with All the Rage. Berry's Boogie I'm not sold on with the 50. Sardinia Bay, But I think the value in the race is 10-1 and better, number 7, Double Door. And that's where my each way money will be
Well
going.
done for finding it, Andrew. I concur. I concur. I think it's a great find. I mean, he's run behind Snow Pilot, Dance Variety, Cafe Culture, the US of A, kind of one. He's run against some proper horses this. Since they put the blinkers back on and his form come back to light, 10-1's the wrong price. He's a solid each way striker. Sean Veal will get the best out of him. Well found.
What price is the US of A?
The US of A is 28-10. I can't take that price. I'd rather
Right.
take.
No, just on their last run behind Cafe Culture. US of A has gone up 3.5 kilograms. And we've gone up 2.5 kilograms, Dumbledore. Or 1.5 kilograms. And we only got beaten on 1.5 lengths. So we're getting 2 kilograms for 1.5 lengths. We were running on at them, as was Cafe Culture. And even one's 28-10, one is 10-12-1. I know where I'm putting my money.
Yeah, it makes no. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. But he can't start 10-1. This horse, Dumbledore. That's the value on the day that Andrew's found in the last. I found it. I don't want to jump on his parade. I think it's a great find. It is the kind of horse I like to find with good, solid, consistent form, even though not winning form. But yeah, he'd be a horse you definitely have to chuck in. Don't let him run without a couple of rand each way. Andrew, thanks again. Hopefully
Just a
big
quick one,
enough.
Joe. Did you do Durban? Did you do the overs Cadovers for Durban tomorrow?
We did, Andrew. I will allow you to. I will allow you to attempt to rain on our parade. But I mean, we had Stuart Ferry, Mark Dixon, myself, and Lance. Do you want to see? Do you want to try and steer the viewers in your opinion somewhere? I don't mind.
I like a horse tomorrow. In the 6th race, I don't think I'll miss the places. And I know you love an each way. Your favourite. I think only one horse to beat. Race 6, number 3, Plum Pudding for the Nell Yard. Moodley on board. I think there's only the favourite Curious Girl to beat. She fluffed her lines last start. And I think Plum Pudding, a hard knocker, good 5-year-old mare. And I think you probably get even money a place to be back in an each way price. And I think Plum Pudding will give you a massive run tomorrow. The rest of the card I thought would be quite tricky, but just on early studies, I just fell on this race and I like Plum Pudding each way. Not raining on anyone's parade, just my own fancy.
No, it's a big shout. And Mark Dixon found Plum Pudding as well. We all gave that a chance. I've gone for Women's World in their race. But you can watch the Overs podcast as well, guys. Don't just watch this one. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Andrew, sign off.
Stay safe and be lucky, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers, Joe.
Cool.